Welcome everyone, this is Michi here, and this is a little stream, a little recap on what happened the past 2 days to my life, what happened in Munich, what happened at the BMW SIM live event 2019. So we've come back last night from the 2-day trip, and today we're giving you a little insight into what happened. So before we get going with the actual activities, you may have already heard about the result of the of my race, of the fan race that has been carried out on R Factor 2 at the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit in the BMW M2 CS. And you know what? BMW have put this entire event, have put this entire location into a reveal of a new customer motorsports car, the BMW M2 CS, and into a sim racing competition around that car and around the brand of BMW, which is had a very nice flair, I have to admit, and we're going to talk a little more about that in the future. So BMW invited 40 people, 10 of their works drivers, 10 media influencers, 10 pro sim racers, and 10 selected BMW fans. Now, things have been very interesting, and actually this entire mixture of group brought us into a very nice situation, brought us into a very nice atmosphere. It was very familiar, not too many people around on the actual site. Anyway, King, hey there, how are you? We're going to talk a little about that. So what happened first is we arrived at a hotel, then got picked up by the bus, brought to the event side, and actually I missed something to prepare. My bad. Absolutely my bad. Bear with me. Shouldn't take too long actually to get this missing piece, because there was some controversy going on about my functionality. So as you may imagine, or as you may have heard, I got invited fairly late to this event. Oh, damn, I must have left the accreditation in my car. Anyway, speaking about the event though, I've already told you about the 4 groups of people that have been invited to this activity, and I couldn't quite determine what my functionality was. Have I been invited as a fan? Have I been invited as a media person or influencer? Have I been invited as a pro sim racer? But fairly soon it became apparent I was invited as a fan. So we came there at the reception, and then we picked up our accreditation cards, and I signed the paper for receiving the accreditation as a BMW fan. Got my accreditation, and it said influencer. I was like, okay. Then my girlfriend, who was allowed to go with me, I looked at her card, and she was the BMW fan. And I'm like, okay, something's not right here. Anyway, mixing up things together, we sort of created the hashtag fanfluencer at the site, as things were a little bit weird, you know? Anyway, we then came into the location, and we're gonna share some pictures of that, starting with a little dia show later. So we got into the site, we got into this, it was sort of a dome at the BMW World. Very familiar though, as I said, only restricted access to, I would say, maybe 100 people overall. So media person, sim racers, pro racers, BMW functionalities, so BMW shareholders, stakeholders, BMW motorsports representatives, and motorsport CEOs, people like that. So yeah, being at the reception, we received the goodie bag first, which is BMW Motorsports bag. And I do have to say, look at the design. I pretty much like it. It seems very high quality on the back. It got some kind of pillow, so it is fairly soft when you carry it. Same with the carrying cord, however you want to call it. This is also a very softened material. Looking into the thing inside, obviously there were some goodies in it, and we found out that inside there was some umbrella. I'm not gonna put that up for show, but yeah, we got a BMW Motorsports Collection umbrella. We got some caps. Well, one cap, but yeah, BMW M Motorsport in all the three colors. Very, very stylish. But the best of all things, for me, and I'm pretty sure some of you may agree, as it hits the nail on the head for my streams, for my whatever I do, is a BMW thermo mug for coffee. So it is very stylish, high quality. Is it stainless steel? I don't get into the stainless steel discussion again, but on the top BMW sign, it looks very high quality indeed. So obviously that sign is for opening and closing it. Very lovely. I do like it a lot. So then we got going with the fan race to start first before the pro race and eventually the team race. Now, you guys may have heard already about the result of this. Dang, wrong scenery. Bear with me. This is the scenery I'm looking for. You may already have heard of this, as the result of the R Factor 2 race has spread around quite quickly. So, yes, I have won that freaking race in the R Factor 2 BMW M2 CS. It was a 25-minute race around the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit, and yeah, we've raced against Jean-Pierre Helpap, Marvin Otterbach, Mike Nürnberg, Max Packel, Manuel Wendel, and 3 or 4 other guys that in the first moment didn't really ring a bell. And then in the end, you see it right here. We have won this actually astonishing looking trophy. And of course, I not only got it in the social media pictures, but also we're gonna have it right up here. There you go. This is the fan race winner trophy for the Simracing BMW SIM Live 2019 event. And guys, this thing is actually quite heavy. So I think it is proper material. I have to say it looks properly welded, it looks properly manufactured. It is a very nice addition to a little of trophy standing behind. So we're just gonna put it up here and maybe place it back in the proper position later. So once again, this event has been very, very special, as we not only have won that race, but we got the opportunity to casually chat to real life racing drivers like Jesse Krohn, who is I think running the endurance series with a BMW as a works driver, as well as veterans from DTM like Timo Glock and Philip Eng. So, you know, they were also at the site. So 10 BMW works drivers. Alexander Sims, the Formula E race winner this year. They've been around, and you know, they have been so humble. They actually enjoy sim racing quite a lot, which makes BMW doing a good job getting into sim racing as well, because the works drivers do like it. They sort of carry the idea, which is so great to see, and so much supports this event in a positive way. So it was an absolute awesome experience, and beyond that, we have won the possibility to visit the Hockenheim circuit in the BMW hospitality with someone else, and together we're going to go into the pit road, we're going to go into the garage, we're going to have a meet and greet there with the mechanics and getting close towards the cars. as a prize for winning that race, and this is just so awesome. Obviously not knowing that this is going to be the prize for the fan race, this is so awesome. Coming to the Hockenheim circuit and then seeing everything very closely and being invited to BMW there. That is so great to see. Dual Rules, thank you for the 6th place in the other race. Now, Grant Mel, I'm not gonna open the umbrella by accident. Anyway, this is it towards what happened into 1st place. Obviously, afterwards there was the pro race that sadly had some technical issues on it. In the end, Mitchell de Jong has won the pro race in front of Williams driver Lauren Heinrich by 7,000 of a tenth, 7,000 of a second on the Slipstream Fest, the Daytona circuit. And 3rd place went to Maximilian Benecke. Overall, 17,500 euros to spend out there. Thank you so much, Arnold. Appreciate it. So, coming to the actual webpage of BMW Motorsports, they had a full article about this. So this was part of the stage. The car has been put in the middle of the stage, but at the same time, the way it was highlighted, the way it was put in scene, it didn't actually become the main thing in the hall. The main thing in the hall was still the screen and still the sim racers doing the sim racing job. So it was a very nice atmosphere that they revealed the car. They have the car as the main actor of the entire event, because this event actually was about the presentation of the car. At the same time, they managed to build a scene, they managed to build a stage that gave people the eminent feel that, you know, it is not only about the car, but also about the sim racers at the stage. No, Arnold, I haven't done that yet. I haven't seen that yet. No, Grant. Yes, Grant. I ran into Jimmy Broadband, had a little shake hands and a tiny little chat with him, but not too much was going on. You know, we were quite busy on the schedule. Anyway, so this is the pictures of the top 3 winners, with Mitchell de Jong in 1st, Lauren Heinrich in 2nd, and Maximilian Benecke in 3rd. And I'm just gonna quote that little article about here. Impressive premiere in the double cone building at the BMW World. So that was that dome I was referring to. On Thursday, BMW hosted the first major sim racing event in Munich, and the BMW Sim Live saw 10 of the best sim racers in the world go head to head with the 10 BMW Works drivers and passionate BMW Motorsports fans, as well as media representative influencers. So, while victory in the pro race and the winner's check for 10,000 euros went to Mitchell de Jong of VRS Coanda, the fan race was won by Michi Hoyer. BMW Motorsports and BMW M presented the BMW M2 CS racing to the public for the first time. So that was the actual stage with the car on it. So we raced the BMW M2 CS and R Factor 2. In iRacing, they have ran the BMW M8, so the big one. Here you see part of the stage. I don't want to go too much into this article, as it is basically telling you the whole story and some little insight of what you already know, but I'm going to pick it up into the chat for you guys. If you're interested, go ahead, read that article. I think it is worth giving it a read. So there you go. Beyond that, we had some little interviews on it. We had some little activity. So that was Mitchell de Jong after winning the pro race, and we're gonna just have a quick look into all of these videos and talk about them real quick.
Day was pretty awesome for me. Getting to meet, my factory driver, and as well as all the other ones. Privileged even just to be here. And we had a really fun simulator race to cap it off, and obviously it went really well. So really exciting.
So that was the scenery about Mitchell de Jong winning his race, and once again, all of us, we had a BMW Works driver that was sort of instructing us. As I said, my BMW works driver has been Jesse Crone, and they all of us, you know, they were very interested in how we do. They're trying to give us tips, especially they gave tips to the fans and tips to the influencers of how to safely be in the car. Lol Grant, you may be able to order one check, like you just probably have to produce it yourself. Anyway, they got us in, and they try everything to get us more comfy. And actually, Jesse then was surprised to say, "Oh, look at you! You got your own shirt, you got your own gloves, and you kind of look professional." I was just like, yeah, it's because sometimes I am. I'm just not invited into the Pro Sim group right here, which has been good for me. On iRacing, I would have been completely been dead last, so it was right for me not to be in the Pro Sim series. However, I think the BMW marketing manager actually said next time we should have had a proper look into whom we're gonna invite to the fans, as they were quite surprised seeing me dominate that race so much. But yeah, at the end, I'm very happy about that. Of course, I know that Martin Tomczyk was talking to Tobias Brockman, and he was like, "Is that dude really racing in his own branded gloves and shirts and shoes?" And Brockman was like, "Yes, it is." And Martin Tomczyk then said, "Wow, this is absolutely awesome." Like they sort of like the fact that we're getting into that professional area. Obviously, all the Pro Sim racers had their team wear on. Some of them also brought gloves, I think. So for the equipment we were running on, I don't know whether it has been Samsung's, but I guess it was 49-inch widescreens. We were running on Fanatec, BMW rim, and the F1 kind of rim, and on V3 pedals. That was the equipment we had on the sim. Actually, I do like that BMW M2 CS. It's the first time I drove it, and you know, it is slow. I compare it to a GT4 car maybe, despite it belongs to the Cup Car series. But it is a nice car to drive. Was very fun indeed, and yeah, with a little bit of rain coming up, things were a little bit mixed. But I do think that this BMW is a proper car to race with, where you can do some Robin is racing kind of stuff. Anyway, moving on. Obviously, then the next video is our 15-second interview about the event, and obviously I would like you guys to know what I had to say.
It is so great to see BMW entering into sim racing, and it's so nice to have a launch of the car. So go for it, do it again next year. It's such a nice atmosphere and it's such a great event.
So this video has been taken after the victory here in the fan race, and yeah, it was, you know, the fan race got finished, and suddenly I had 4 or 5 cameras around my head. I'm like, holy shit, what's happening right now? So despite being kind of used to being in the public or racing in the public in front of a stage, this was a total new dimension, with not only having 1 or maybe 2 cameras around it, but 5 or 6. It was awesome. Beyond that, obviously, Jesse did shake hands. Alexander Sims, the Formula E driver, came over and had some shake hands, acknowledging the good job. So, you know, those guys were not only there just to be there, they were also there because they will live in the event. They were absolutely sharing the idea of what BMW was about to do, and that was so great to see. And so that you guys know a little bit of what was going on during the entire event, here is a little short recap of the event. So another 15-second video that shows how this event has been conducted. So this little short teaser was mainly about the R Factor 2 race. I do not know whether there is another one from the pro race, as the pro race has been streamed. So we also had this incredible finish, as we see the final lap here. But I don't want to show that much of the final lap, because what was going on is Lauren Heinrich was trying to get into the slipstream of Mitchell de Jong there in the end, and gave away his position before the chicane, and then there was this photo finish going on, so the crowd was absolutely loving it. Too bad that Lauren failed by 7,000ths of a second, but still was so fun to see. And yeah, talking about real quick about the influencers, what happened there. Jimmy Broadbent has won the race of the influencers. So yeah, kind of unsurprisingly to me, because I do think, and I do not want to step on anyone's toes, but by all the influencers invited, the Green Hell driver, Mr. Patrick Iczynski, has been there as well, and beyond that I just only knew that Jimmy Broadbent was there, and I expect the other 7 or 8 influencers or journalism people being not from the sim racing scene, so it wasn't kind of a surprise to see Jimmy Broadbent winning that. Anyway, there is a full library of pictures on the motorsportsmagazine.com webpage, which shows some of the pictures. So in this one we see Jesse Crone together with Philip and Graham Carroll enjoying the simulations. We have the shake hands pictures between me and Jesse. That's a favorite of mine, to be honest. I should have not worn the cap like this maybe, but either way. Beyond that, we have the top 3 of winners here. So Mitchell de Jong, Maximilian Benecke, and Lauren Heinrich. We have yeah, a lot of BMW Works drivers, not all of them, standing in front of the sim. So that is Martin Tomczyk, Augusto Farfus. I don't know him. I don't think he has been a driver, but this is Alexander Sims, Jesse Crone. I think she's called Beitke Visser. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. And Marco Wittmann. So that is going on magazine, motorsport-magazine.com. Race winner Mitchell de Jong, beside Mr. Martin Tomczyk, as being his mentor, I want to say. So if you want to do that, go check out the gallery as well. I'm gonna put that as a link as well into the chat. I hope that you guys can pick it up. Beyond that, I've taken pictures, a few of them myself. Quickly want to bring them up as a little dia show. So just about 20 pictures or something. I don't know, I think we start random somewhere. This is probably not the best of the shots, as the camera was a little bit bad. So that was the stage with a lot of people in there. You saw Rudy van Buren. That is a picture of me in the R Factor 2 race, doing it, and that was the picture at the wall. Once again, me racing in the race. Sadly, this race hasn't been live streamed, so that is probably the only shots available. R Factor 2 had a banner with them. We saw Christopher Elliott from R Factor 2 there. This was the actual stage, so the car was in the focus, right indeed, but it wasn't too, it wasn't too overdone, so actually the sim racing activities were quite in the focus for the spectators as well. As you can see, spectators, it was a very familiar, very small, crowded place, just selected people. In front of the arena we had the DTM car, we had the big boy, the BMW M8 GTE, and last but not least we had the Formula E car of Alexander Sims in front of the stage as well. Another picture from the award ceremony, whatever. We had a little interview. That is Jean-Pierre Helpap. I think that is Marco Riedmüller. So yeah, that was actually just some pictures about the stage, and that's gonna take us to the end of this stream here today, as we come back to the point of yeah, enjoying this event so much. A big massive thank you goes out to BMW at that point, so the BMW Motorsports guys and the BMW marketing department for having me on that event. Thank you so much for the invitation. Looking forward to work with you guys again, so definitely if there is anything you plan and you wish me to come by, just hit me up. I'm pretty sure we can get something together started. Beyond that, I do not know what is happening tomorrow, if I'm gonna do a stream or not. Beyond, and yeah, just want to now try to enjoy my weekend a little bit, as it is pretty busy as of right now, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the inside. There will be some more posts. There will be some more pictures being posted and some more information to be shared. Hashtag soon. And beyond that, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and see you there next time. Goodbye.